presumably I'm the enemy. And he said, I've been here 5 years, and you're the first person who ever asked me about my family. So I said, best of luck. Never saw him again. That's the job.
I have to ask you, take me on the journey of you being a young man in West Pennsylvania.
Right.
To becoming a spy. What happened? Because I'll be honest, I don't really know what my perception of spies is, but it's not you.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. See, because I kind of work under the radar.
So what's really interesting is there's so many, once you learn about spies as a podcast, like, so if you go back a couple of years and someone had told me about spies, I wouldn't have believed them. I wouldn't have believed that these things actually happened.
Oh, yeah.
You hear about people going undercover and going to other countries and getting secrets and all of these things. And it's not until you meet the people that said, yes, that's me, I used to do that, that you have this paradigm shift in your mind and you go, oh my God, what else might be going on?
Right.
Because I lived in this world probably up until the age of, 30 years old, where I kind of just assume things are what they are, as I see them. And then, you start to discover that there's layers of secrecy, nations are against each other, they're doing all of these covert operations. And even as a podcaster now, I have moments where I go, how do I know that you're not here to steal secrets from me?
Right.
So what's funny? When I had Andrew Bustamante on the show, the comment sections are always the same. They're always once a CIA spy, always a CIA spy.
I hate when people say that. It's so intellectually lazy.
But I do wonder, and I go, okay, here's a super conspiracy theory. What if the CIA have made spies do really well in the YouTube algorithm so that all of us as long-form podcasters invite them on, and then they...
You know what? I would agree with that. I would have agreed with that a year ago, because Andrew Bustamante has really made a handsome living out of selling his experience. Yeah. And he's on every podcast.
Yeah.
But I am the most anti-CIA former CIA person that's out there.
But wouldn't that be the perfect CIA agent?
I mean, if I weren't constantly criticizing the CIA as an organization that's just out of control.
Do you think the CIA have a strategy for podcasters and for podcasting?
I think, yes, now they do. It took them a little while to get current, but just like they, over time, developed a strategy with Hollywood, sure, they're developing a strategy with podcasters. It was only in the last 10 years that the CIA opened a branch within the Office of Public Affairs whose job it is solely to liaise with Hollywood studios. The FBI's been doing this since the 40s. And the goal is that everything that comes out of Hollywood should be pro-CIA. And, we end up with Zero Dark 30 and, The Recruit and the CIA, Argo. The CIA is always the hero in these movies.
If you were still at the CIA now, and your job was to infiltrate and use creators or podcasters as an asset for the CIA's objectives, how might you design that plan if we were just hypothesizing?
You would have to have a goal that would be specific enough that you could actually track the progress to it. So you can't just say, well, I'm going to pay this podcaster X amount of money, and we're going to do something with the algorithm to make him vastly popular among men, 18 to 30, let's say.